Hey, it's been a while since I've done a video. I've got a few things to share with you guys. I'm sorry I haven't been around too much to show progress, but about a week and a half ago, I hit a 50-pound weight loss. So this is my announcement for that I'm super excited about. And I'm now in Wonderland, meaning that I am less than 200 pounds. So that feels amazing. It feels good. It feels great. It's interesting, which is kind of what really pushed me and inspired me to want to do this video, is that since I hit those goals, I've been kind of doing the opposite. You would think that it would motivate me more, but I've cheated a little bit. I've cheated with oil. It's amazing how much oil really makes such a tremendous difference in weight loss, because as I've mentioned before, it is the most caloric dense food. So what I did was I found this plant-based restaurant. It claimed to be just plant-based. It didn't say whole food plant-based, but I kind of just went with it. And I was going to be out of town for the day, so I didn't plan ahead. I didn't bring, foods and whatnot, because it's almost impossible to be able to eat out unless you know of a place that you can make recommendations, accommodations, or ask if they can do, something a little bit different, or, because everybody's taught how to cook with oil and to cook food with oil, and you saute your onions and, butter or oil or whatever. And so I did my thing I had to do out of town. I went to the plant-based restaurant by this time. It was like 7:30 p.m. and I ordered. It was so damn good. I mean, there was no meat, there was no dairy. Oil was the only thing that I cheated with, but the thing it was like a fake Philly cheese steak sandwich, which was so damn good. It was really good, to be honest. So I ate the whole damn thing. I enjoyed every tiny last little bit of it. I could taste that it had oil in it. I could taste that there was also salt. That was the other, I guess, whatever, cheat in it as well. And it tasted really good. It really did. Your taste buds adjust, of course, with time when you start adopting a new, different lifestyle. And then when you have something that's like not in that, then the levels of flavor, of intensity just come through. But what I noticed is, like, as soon as I was done eating, I left immediately and went to I went to I went to drive home, and I could feel the oil just like down the back of my throat, and like, it was weird. It was like this layer just like coating the back of my throat and down. And it was so weird because I hadn't had oil in such a long time. When you're used to something, you don't notice it all the time. And then you all of a sudden get exposed to it, then you notice the difference. And then late that evening, I started feeling the digestion difference, because it's not a whole food. There's so many places, oh, but it's a healthy oil. It's a healthy oil. Well, yes and no. I mean, maybe it's, not a saturated fat, but it's not a whole food. And your body doesn't know how to process foods that aren't in its whole form as well. And so I could tell the difference in the digestion, and it was a continued problem for me. So I, throughout the night, I ended up getting these feelings of guilt and shame, which I had to kind of address and deal with, because, anytime you make any major lifestyle changes, whatever it is, it could be diet, it could be, whatever it is that is your big change that you're making in your life. Maybe it's the way that, you talk to yourself, or the way that you talk to somebody else, or, whatever it might be. It challenges you to work on your personal shit that you've been hiding or bearing for a long time. And so I had to address, why am I feeling guilt and shame because I had oil? And so I attached it to a previous time that I had those same kind of feelings. And then I checked in with that to see, okay, is that reason, was that justifiable for me to feel that guilt and shame? I decided no, eating oil was not justifiable for guilt and shame. So then I thought, okay, well, what's the opposite of guilt and shame? Acceptance, allowance. And so I allowed myself the ability to take a step back. And that's what I did. I took a step back from my normal whole food, plant-based, no sugar, oil, salt, because it allowed me to gain a different picture, perspective. It allowed me to kind of see that guilt and shame and to take it away from, oh, look what I got today, actually. New magazine is out. Chef AJ has an interview in here. So I'm excited to read that. And there's all kinds of good suggestions and whatnot in there. But anyway, and then offer myself that allowance. You know, it's okay to do that, to take a step back, to look, to remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why am I doing what I'm doing? I'm doing it for my health. I'm doing it for digestion. I'm doing it for decreased cholesterol, for blood pressure, for preventing heart disease, for preventing diabetes. All this stuff runs in my family. I'm doing it for health. I'm doing it for energy. I'm doing it for flexibility. I'm doing it for the ability to be able to do so much more with my life, for being able to do more living room dancing, which I've been able to do with now 50 pounds off. So I've got a lot of different motivators, different reasons. So find your motivators and give yourself allowance on occasion. Just don't stay there. So that's my message, and hope you guys are doing well. Please reach out to me. Let me know questions, things, topics you'd like me to cover. I'd love to do it. And, you know, this is a journey. This isn't all just straight uphill, you know, towards your goal. There are obstacles, and there are supposed to be obstacles, because it helps you to address your shit. And we all have it, and we all need to work through whatever our things are. So, okay, bye-bye.